Hey there folks, it's Vic Noble here with your weekly trade example for the week ending October the 7th, 2011. This is quite an interesting trade example this week because it's a trade that happened while I was talking on the phone with Shirley. We were talking about our upcoming scalping course that we're going to be doing. I think it's going to be just awesome, but we'll have more information on that later. But anyway, while I was talking to her, I said, you know, Shirley, I've been watching this level on the Aussie US dollar. I just happened to have this Aussie US dollar chart in front of me, and I said that 9,400 figure area is a 162% external Fibonacci retracement of this swing right here. And I was watching it, and then I looked down on the 4-hour chart, and I noticed that it's also a perfect 162 external retracement of this swing. We'll explain what that is, in the course. I don't want to get into it right now, but almost to the exact pip at 9,400. So I said, gee, what's happening? I wonder if we're getting any kind of a trade setup. We go down to the 15-minute chart, and what's going on here is that we have positive MACD divergence to price. We see the MACD is heading higher, but the price is heading lower. It was like unbelievable. So as it turns out, this sets up like a noble entry in here. And so as we're sitting here talking, I was just pointing this out to her, and she says, oh, by the way, I'm in that trade. And I said, what, you mean, Ozzy? Says, yeah. And I said, well, I'm going to get in that thing too. And I was talking with her, I wasn't even paying attention. And I tried to get in, and guess what? I missed it. I was too late on it. By the time I got in, it had taken off. She took it for what we call a classic A, which is, you risk 20, so you take 20 on your first half of your position, and you take 40 on the second half of your position, because we're scalping. I mean, we're not looking for big moves on these things, especially this time of the day. It was later in the day. We had no idea what was going on. Well, little did we know that there was some kind of big news coming out about, possible help for the European banks and blah, 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 the same old stuff we've heard. This thing went straight up. Look at this move here. And I'm not kidding you guys. This was, I said on the subject line, what did I say? Something like, 60 minutes while talking on the phone. I'm telling you, it literally was. We were talking on the phone about the course and the outline and how we're going to set the course up and everything. And Shirley, to her credit, jumped into that thing while I was talking to her. She just kind of sneakily put it on. And it just went flying straight up. It was quite something. But what a nice technical setup that it was. So anyway, that was your weekly trade example for this week. I thought it was pretty funny that it actually happened right while we were talking on the phone, and there were so many good levels because I'd had this daily level marked on my charts for a long time down here at the figure. Of course, 9,400, the figure is always a good place, right? See, you should always watch the figure. So let's just move this ahead a little bit. I'll just show you what happened here. There's the bounce that it took. Now I want to show you something else. Why else do you want to watch that level? You should zoom your charts out and find these things out. If you're not watching your higher time frames, look at this resistance and resistance at 9,400 right there. Do you think that's a place you should keep an eye on? I mean, these things, there's no magic to them, guys. Anybody can do this. You just have to learn to get an eye for it. This kind of stuff, we go over this in the Coach's Corner incessantly. I mean, it's just the backbone of everything we do is support and resistance levels and trading around them like this. And that's going to be what we're going to be showing on a much shorter term basis in the scalping course that we're coming out with, hopefully built by the end of November. But we're working feverishly on it. A lot of people are really asking for it, so we'll get that to you. But anyway, I'll cap it at that. You guys have a great weekend, and I'll be back at the end of next week with another weekly trade example for you. Thanks so much.